Hi everybody, I'm Dave.
And I'm Brenda.
Today we're going to give you a progress report on the village of Hammock at Fenney. We have done our Villager's Guide series, which is usually our last video of an area, but there's really been a lot of construction still going on down here at Hammock at Fenney. So we're going to go ahead and give you an update on that, drive through the area, show you where some of the villas, and we're looking for verandas. I'm not sure that we found them in there, but we're going to look some more as we drive around. But let's go check it out.
Let's go.
All right, we're going to start our tour of Hammock at Fenney, or our progress report of Hammock at Fenney, at the entrance gate. There's one entrance into Hammock at Fenney, and we're coming off of this. There's a small piece of multimodal path that goes from Fenney to Hammock at Fenney, and that's where we're coming off of right now. Straight ahead, you'll see those cones. I stop here for a truck coming. Those cones, that's going to be another small piece of multimodal path that's going to go to a retail type establishment. They're building a small place there. It'll hold maybe 4 or 5 little shops in it. It's not a big shopping center. It's not going to have like a
still shopping.
Yeah, it's not going to be like a grocery store or anything like that. Not that big, but that path will go right to it. This is Fenney Way, I believe. We'll look at the sign when we go by.
I'll check when we go by.
This is the primary road. We're going to start by going straight to the back.
It's actually Reader Path.
Reader Path, yep. I should have known that. We've done this route before.
Yeah.
It's probably a mile or a mile and a half to the back. It's kind of long and skinny, the setup of Hammock at Fenney.
It's very busy today.
Yeah. Well, this is that main road going back, so everybody has to come through here. So it's going to have a little bit of traffic on the front end of it. And we're going to pull in some of these areas in a little bit, see what the villas look like. And again, we did a kind of a pre-ride in here before we started. I was trying to find veranda homes. The veranda homes are like the designer homes that have fenced-in backyards. And if they're in here, we haven't found them as of yet. So I'm not thinking they're here. There were some we saw over at Case and Hammock, I believe, is where we located some. I'm surprised they don't do more of them. I thought they were fairly popular, but there's been several villages that they have not put verandas in.
That we found.
Yeah, that we found. Yeah. And you can see it's still a whole lot of people have already moved in here, but you see the road is still fairly dirty. There's a lot of construction still going on. There's a lot of homes that still haven't been completed. There'll be more and more places to move in. And on the right hand side, and I'll pull in here, this is where the postal station is. So everybody in Hammock at Fenney comes to this postal station.
It's called the Hummingbird.
Yes, and it is open. The pool right behind that brown building there. Let's see if we can get a view of it. That's a adult pool, so 30 and over is the adult pool here.
A couple people are on the side.
Yep.
I don't think
looking around.
Yeah.
I think they're just checking it out.
Yeah.
We're going in a little bit of a warm snap, so they may want to get in there before long. We'll get some 80s.
Well, it is heated, so they could jump in if they wanted to.
Yes, it is. All right, we're going right back on the same road we were just on, Reader Path.
And the sun's come out since we started too.
Yeah, this morning there was some ridiculous fog.
Very thick fog.
It was like 150, 200 feet visibility was it in front of me. I had to go get my hair cut at 8 o'clock in the morning. And I was shocked how little I could see.
On the golf cart.
Yeah. The car probably wouldn't have been any better.
Yeah.
All right. I apologize for reaching for the camera here, but this is driving me crazy in that it was tilted. I have horizon leveling on, so it may not show on your end. But the camera is like, so I feel like I'm doing this.
We don't want him to do that the whole time. I hadn't even noticed.
All right. We're back in the back, so let's start talking about these areas now. We're all the way at the far part of Hammock and Fenney. Now, all these areas we've been on so far, these are designer homes. And you can see a whole lot of people have already moved in.
They're moving in today.
Back in this back area, these were the first homes built. And, Hammock and Fenney's been going on for months now. So a whole lot of this is already sold. But there's still a bunch for sale. I should have kept my app up. Let me get that out. And I'll tell you what the statistics are for today in Hammock and Fenney. Bear with me as I do a search. Let's see, Village Hammock at Fenney. And let me turn off the pendings. Right now there are 13 homes for sale at the moment, and that changes day to day. There's more being finished every day and some are being sold. So it'll probably fluctuate in that general area. This is still a heavy construction going on, you'll find, as we move to the front of the village. And I'm gonna keep this app open so we'll run up against some of these. We can show you what they look like for the price. There was a couple in here that were in the 200s, low 200. There was like a 230. We will try and stop at that one. There are homes that are less than $500,000. So we'll try and point a couple of them out. All right. We'll wiggle back and forth here so we can hit some of the villas back there. Again, designer homes, you can see vinyl sided and block and stucco back there. They're all intermingled together. We've been trying to figure out the term cottage, and there lists some cottage homes and cottage villas. I know it's specific floor plans, but cottage homes sometimes seem to be intermingled the way they're listing it into the rest of the designer block and stuff. So I'm wondering, does cottage mean vinyl? I don't know the answer to that.
Or a particular series.
Yeah. Well, we have some over here that I thought were interesting. We're going to be at in just a moment. That are small vinyl homes, not villas. These are actual homes. And all of them that were in there are listed as pending. There's nothing actively for sale. But I think some of them may still be coming for sale. And they've got to be fairly cost effective. You get a full home with your yard, and they're just a little bit smaller
than the designer.
Yeah, than these other designers that we've been looking at. We're still back on Reader Path. I did kind of around a circle there. So I want to go to these villas right here on the left-hand side. And I should have the GPS coordinates like I did on our previous two videos up in the upper left-hand corner as you're looking at it. So somebody asked me to put coordinates up so you can pause the video at any point, see where that coordinate is, and you could actually pull that up on any other map that you're using. And down in the lower left, it should be mapping out where we're driving, give you a little bit of orientation. All right, this area in here, these houses to the left and right, I'll let this truck go by and I'll point at one. Like this here. This is not a, hope it'll show all the way in the screen. I don't know if I'm catching it all or not. A 2-car garage, golf car garage, porch. That's not a villa. That's a vinyl home. They're listing it as a cottage. That one's a cottage home. So we're thinking all of these may be cottages. But they're very all vinyl, reasonable sized homes. This is not a villa or veranda area. We can tell because of the curbs. There's curbs, and the downspout for the curb, or where the water drains out, was on the curb line, not in the center of the road. But there's quite a few of these in here. A lot of people living in them. I don't know if they're all sold.
It looks like most of them are occupied or with sold signs in the window.
Yeah, so that may be the case. So they may all be gone, because none of them are listed for sale at the moment. I thought maybe some were under construction, but I think these are all done. But I just thought that was different. I really haven't noticed an area.
Yeah, we'll have to look into that more.
I'll pay attention to it. I know people are looking for some homes that aren't quite as expensive.
Yeah, these are nice.
And that's probably why these sold so fast.
Exactly.
I've made that comment before, that I think that's why it looks like everything's $500,000, because everything under that just sells so fast. All right, and in the same entrance that we came in for these, there's also bamboo villas. There's some vinyl villas in here. And let's see if any of these are for sale. None of these are listed for sale either. I think some of these were fairly early on in the process when they opened up.
I'd say they just moved in.
Yeah.
They just moved in.
Yeah.
We see quite a few moving boxes.
Yeah. It's not like this all the time, so it's trash day. That's why everything's out on the street.
Yeah, it's.
And the way the trash works here, everything just goes in bags to the streets.
Yeah.
Where you don't have cans, and I don't even know if they'll take it if you put it in a can. I don't think they will. I think you have to leave it in bags at the street. And truck comes by and tosses it on in. We get trash pickup twice a week.
Tuesday and Friday.
Yep. Tuesday and Friday. For our area.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're on south of 44. I think everybody's on that schedule. Let's see up here. As for recycling, right now what they have is they've changed from a recycling program. It wasn't set up south of 44 when they first opened. They were trying to work that out. But now I think it's villages wide. They have a trash to energy system. So all of our trash goes to a plant that converts it, uses it, I guess, as a fuel or something. I don't know the details how it is, but you can look it up online, Google it. Trash to energy is something that they switched to here in the villages. It does not go to a separate recycle pickup, so everything can be intermingled together when you put out your trash. All right, we'll keep working our way back up towards the front. Let's see, there's a house I wanted to show too. Here's this one's going to be another one of the rather expensive ones, but it's right here in this area. Yep, we go in that curve. This one we're coming up on it's listed as $497,000. It's an indigo. It is this one right here. We're gonna pull in their driveway. This is an indigo, block and stucco, 497,000, 1919 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 3 baths. It is kind of on an interior lot, but it's on a large corner. So I guess you could add a pool on the side if you desired.
Oh, got a lot of land over here.
Yeah, shows there. So that's the side lot. But it does have homes directly behind you. All right, I'm gonna wiggle over. Let's see, should I go in here? Let's see, where does this one go?
Mackenzie Avenue.
Let's just take it.
Okay.
Trying to picture. Oh, there it is. I can see it on the map now. I was like, I got myself turned around when I'm looking at this map. We'll cut back across to the left. That's where there are homes that are going to be on the golf course here. For the Red Fox and Gray Fox executive golf courses. The lots that were listed for sale are all no longer listed, so I assume they are sold, or they're going to put spec homes on them. And this area right up here kind of turns so you can see across. You can see the golf course back there. Somebody's up there putting. And all these will be golf front lots. And most of these were listed at about 300 when they were 300,000 when they were being sold.
Just the lot.
Just the lot. People are paying a premium for these few lots, so the prices have kept going up. But people are paying that, so I guess can't blame them for selling them if that's what people will pay for them. All right, and move up towards the front. Make sure I see the villas I'm trying to get to. All right, straight ahead, you may see those on the left. That's where we're going to be heading. Those are some courtyard villas. Or like I said, we're working our way back towards the front from Hammock at Fenney. I think we're roughly halfway back. Maybe a little over halfway. Now I'm not going to go down to the right yet. I may come back to it. That's just more lots that are on the golf course.
Yeah.
And designer homes on the left-hand side. All right, these are Sugarberry Villas. I don't know where they come up with some of the names.
I was getting ready to say it'd be interesting to know the history of that name.
Now these, when we make a loop, I'll point these houses on the right again. But to the right, this is a little bit different design. Notice how the garages are kind of aimed towards us. What were the ones you saw that these are like? It's the ones up near Brownwood that a lot of people did lifestyle visits in. Is it Atwood or
maybe? We'll have to look at.
If you did a lifestyle visit over in Brownwood area, you'll know the ones I'm talking about. But they're very nice. They used to sell for. I think when they sold a few of those, they were like a $500,000.
Yes.
But
over at Sumter,
these are very similar to that style. Wait for the traffic to clear here. And again, it's because the garages are kind of on the side. We'll look at a more standard, and then you'll see that again when we come around the corner. You'll see the difference. The garages are faced towards the front. Now, these are courtyard villas we're going through right here. They might have some for sale. Let me try and get you an idea what price ranges are. Several of them. I'll go up here towards the end. And let's see, next to the last one. Yeah, that's it. It's brown and blue with the blue at the top.
Yeah.
And there's a truck there, so I can't quite give you a shot of where the entry door is. There's a tiny little porch to the left.
Yeah.
But that one is listed at $401. It's a Charlotte block and stucco. We're in courtyard villas, so the backyard is fenced. And 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,503 square feet. And it looks like hard to see what's behind there, but I see tall trees. So I'm thinking it's not up against any homes. Oh, here we go. We can peek down this.
See what it's on. Oh, it might be on.
It's on a little pond, and then you see trees. Now there's land on the other side that I don't know who controls.
Yeah, they're on this little pond here.
Yeah. All right. All right, we'll continue around the block on this one. And then I can show you the ones that were, the garages were on that side angle.
Yeah. Very pretty.
In fact, I see one of those listed on here for sale. It's not as expensive as I thought. Get to it in a minute. Looks like $346 for one of those homes that is tilted with the garage on the side.
Well, I think the one that we had gone to an open house up in Sumter Landing was actually on Lake Sumter. That's going to send the price tag way up.
That's why that was so high.
Yeah, and that was $500,000. And I think it was location right there at Sumter and being on the water.
But you can see here, now we're looking towards the front of one. This one right here to the left, that is a garage area, but it really looks nice from the front because the garage is set to the side. And then, of course, the one a little bit to the left, it's the same thing, but we're looking at different angles so you can see where the garage is on it. So the lots are kind of done catty corner. Now the driveways overlap into the next person's things. That's somehow covered in the deed, how all that maintenance and things. I don't have answers to how that works because I don't own one of those, but it has something set up so the who has what responsibilities is worked out ahead of time. All right, back on Reader Path. To our left there, just a couple streets still of designer homes. Come up here and we'll turn to the right, and then we'll come back and take a cross over here. Just want you to get a feel of this whole area. Remember how long and skinny, we're just working our way back along the skinny part and wiggling back and forth. That is that golf course. Yeah, so those are some of the first homes now that are being built on the golf course. And there was one, I have to look, I don't know if it's still for sale. I remember looking at a price on, it was really expensive. They had a spec home.
Watch out, there's
see it.
board.
Yeah. Pull over right here. Yeah, there's a couple of them. We'll go up this way and we'll backtrack. These are two homes that are on the golf course. These are spec homes, so they're available as of today.
Good.
These have been listed for a little bit, so that's probably because of how expensive they are. Here's one. Let's see, this will be the, let me get this. 1, 2, third spot. Let me back up. That home right there, the yellow home, you can see between here, they are on the golf course, and then trees behind that, so there won't ever be a house in your view. 808,000. Wow. 3 bedroom, 2 bath, 1,987 square feet. And then there's one beside it. Open house tomorrow if you're in the area, the one beside it. 1 to 3, it says. 769,000. Let me go peek at that one.
Yeah, let me go.
Yep, that one right there. This also is on the golf course. 769, 3 bedroom, 2 bath, 2,008 square feet. Cheaper, a little more square footage. Probably has to do with the finishes that they used inside. And then these haven't been built yet, but you can kind of get a feel for the types of view that they're going to be looking at. So, they are, I mean, it's a very nice view. You pay for that.
I was going to say,
premium.
It should be a very nice view.
Yeah. All right, let's go check some of the villas. Back into some more of the affordable section. We'll wiggle back over to the other side.
Here.
Well, yeah, that's a cul-de-sac.
There's an open house there. They had the flag out.
We don't know this area quite as well as some of the others. This is not on our normal path. You notice we don't do as many videos over at Hammock at Fenney. It's only because it's in an opposite direction of where we typically travel.
Yeah.
So we're kind of backtracking this direction.
So we're learning as we go.
Yeah. So bear with us as I appear to be lost at times. I got a general idea where I'm at. All right. This is Reader Path again, that main road. Gotta keep getting back to Reader Path. All right, Swallowtail Villas. Now we're getting into area. This is still partially under construction, but there are homes for sale in here, and there's some under 300 in here. We are on a weekday, so there's fairly active construction in the area. But people have actually moved in on some of the houses back here you'll see in a moment. So the roads are open. I think they're getting ready to list a whole lot more. Priscilla's been washing there. I saw some power washers around the corner.
And the landscape looks finished.
Yeah, there's people up there moving in. Let me get my app straight again.
What would you do without your app?
I know. All right. This house we're gonna peek at, 234,000. There's not many homes you find under 250 anymore. I think they're almost all of them are gonna be villa style at this point. This one right here. Oh, sure nobody's coming.
They're coming.
I'm gonna reorient here. I got a vehicle coming. That one's 234,000. I'll spin back around so you can see it.
I told you it's busy back in here today.
Yeah. When the contractors are in the area, it's a lot of activity.
That's a good view to see
I can use this driveway. It's not occupied yet.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. Little side porch, screen on the front. 234. It is 1,192 square feet, 2-bedroom, 2-bath. It's a jade, and it looks like I call that a 1.5 car garage. I wouldn't call that a 2. It doesn't look all that wide. You can probably get a car and then angle a golf cart or something.
Yeah.
If you work on it. All right, let me get out of this guy's way again. There was another one very similar down from it, 306. Now these here on this road, they're not listed right now for sale.
Old.
It's okay. There's none listed on sale at the moment, or for sale. But they have the carports. Not all of them. That couple there did. So we have some more up here with it. There's one coming up on the right with a carport. Those are the lowest cost new homes that I've seen them do. It's saving a little money with the garage. There's usually a small garage there that you can tuck a golf cart into, and then you put your car in the carport to keep it out of the sun a little bit. And those used to be about 160. They aren't that anymore. I don't know if they're under 200 or not, but they may be at least close to 200 on those. All right, I'm gonna get out of this madhouse. There are cars coming everywhere.
Constant. People are busy today, finishing up.
And that's a trade-off when sometimes you buy in these areas that are under construction. If you buy a home where they're still building the houses, you may have to deal with the construction vehicles and all.
For a little while.
Yeah, for a little bit.
They build so quickly, it won't be for so long.
Yeah. Now our street, I'm trying to remember, do we have any? Yeah, we did have, when we moved down, I think there's still a little bit going on.
We had 2 or 3 houses that were being built on our street.
I know there was a person that contacted me a while back was really hoping there was going to be verandas in Hammock at Fenney, and
don't think so.
I told him at one point I thought there might be from what I was looking at Foundations.
When we saw walls, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't see them. We're going to go up nut towards very close to the front now, and we're going to go into a section that I was hoping were verandas, but they are not. They sure appear to be villas, courtyard villas, but they're very large. They're going for large courtyard villas. This section up here, I believe, is going to have it. We're back on Reader Path, headed towards the entrance exit, the only way in and out of Hammock at Fenney. On the right-hand side, you'll see coming up, that is the entrance into the Red Fox and Gray Fox executive golf courses. And the used to be a road that just went straight to that. That is now turned into Reader Path. So you have to come into Hammock at Fenney to turn into the golf course. All right, none of these homes are for sale that we're going to go in, so I'll put my phone away. Heavy construction area in here.
Yes.
But at least give you an idea of what's going on. Looks like all courtyard villas. There are lots and lots. Okay, it's not like a typical courtyard area that's sort of like just a square of streets. It wiggles around. There's a bunch of them.
We were wiggling for a while before we started filming. It's a lot back here.
Yeah. Again, those right there that we just passed are closer to being done, but you can see here, they're just getting the walls up. Roads are still a mess, of course, because it's construction zone. And the roads are open. You can come in these areas and look around. A lot of people do, scoping out, trying to figure out where they want to have their next home. Realize you can get a nail in a tire. I've been pretty lucky. I've gotten one. So if you want to
cross fingers, everything, you just
right.
you might have just.
Yep. I keep a tire patch kit at my house, and or our house, and I do this so you don't have to. So if you don't want to ride back here, we'll take the nail for you. And I think he's going to have me blocked off. All right, so the again, with all these courtyard villas, they just keep going back through there. With as heavy a construction there is in here, I'm not going to wiggle down each line because you got a general idea what's going on here. But this is where I was hoping there were verandas. But there
and we
are no
really thought
verandas.
there was. I mean,
Yeah.
when we were coming back here and saw the wall and we were looking at the foundations,
Yeah, some of these
we were
foundations
guessing.
are massive. And
Yeah.
that's why I thought for sure these were going to be basically designer style homes with the backyards, which is a villa. I mean a veranda.
Yeah.
But they're just large villas.
Which will be very nice.
Yeah. Of course, they'll have fenced backyards typically in these courtyard villas also. So this, if you're looking for a veranda, this might still meet your needs.
It'd be very close.
All right, we're coming back out of this area. We're back at the entrance of Hammock at Fenney. And what we'll do, we're going to wrap up. But if you want, because one thing that's specific about this area, well, let me give you some statistics before we go too far. From here, your closest town square is Brownwood Town Square. This is a little bit isolated in the term, but it's distant from a lot of other areas, and that's why some people prefer this. It's very much nature down here. The Fenney Nature Trail.
Yeah.
You
got the
kind of
restaurant
nice area
down here.
Yeah, very mature trees in some of this area.
Yeah.
But anyway, to get to Brownwood Town Square, you actually have to go through Fenney, DeSoto, and over to McClure to catch the multimodal path. And you do that on Fenney Way, the main roadway.
Yeah.
So that's just something to consider down here. And to get to Brownwood Town Square, it's probably going to be a minimum of 30 minutes. Mm-hmm. Then when Sawgrass Grove opens, right now you have to go over and around to the Water Lily Bridge and backtrack. So getting to that right now is probably going to be 40 to 45 minutes. Now when the Southern Oaks Bridge opens, which is probably still a couple of years, 1 to 2 years away, that may cut it down to be similar to Brownwood. It may be more like 30 minutes to get there. But just keep those in mind. There's a trade-off in the distance to some things to have the this nature area of Hammock at Fenney. Yeah. So point being, what I'm going to do is we'll go ahead, wrap up. Those of you that want to stay with us, there will be some bonus footage right after this, and we'll ride back to McClure since that's where we live, that general area. I'll reset the telemetry, and then you can see how we get there and how long it takes to get to the true multimodal path, so you can go to Brownwood.
And one quick little tidbit, at night when the street lights are on down here, to me it's like just a magical feel with these huge trees with the lights shining through. It's worth coming down here at night.
All right, well, I appreciate y'all hanging in there with us. Again, stay for the bonus footage if you want to ride with us back home. But those of you that aren't going to stay on, I appreciate you watching this far. Subscribe if you haven't already done that. And like I always say, hit the little bell. It'll notify you the next time we explore the villages. Do that. And then, all right, I'm going to stop it here, reset the telemetry, and we'll go again and continue from this point forward.
Sounds good.
All right, be back in a second.
And we're back.
All right, hopefully the telemetry is all reset. All right, we're picking up right where we stopped. Now, coming out
bonus footage.
With Hammock at Fenney, there's a small piece of multimodal as you come out of Hammock at Fenney that takes you over to where the Fenney Grill is and the recreation center, the Fenney Recreation Center. That's what we're on right now. Very scenic piece, but it's only a few hundred yards long. Wiggles back and forth. And the Hammock, Fenney, the main gate coming into Fenney. I kind of like that gate. It's beautiful coming in there, but
it is.
that one is almost always staffed with somebody that's working it, always waving at you and saying hello.
They do. Right now they're busy. Otherwise, they usually wave if you're coming on the golf cart path. I always wave to whoever's in there.
Yeah, that's right. It's not only on the street they wave, on the golf cart path they do.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Now we're coming to the end of the multimodal path, and it stops right here at the entrance into the Fenney Rec Center. Then you have to go out onto the main road of Fenney Way. I didn't mention in the other part of the video, but this is where there is a family pool. That pool we stopped at in Hammock at Fenney is the adult pool. This is where you would come for the family pool. It's a nice one. Has a first pool they had with the 0 entry, so you can just walk in the edge.
He was so excited when he saw it. His flip-flops went off, and he was in the pool.
And to our left from here, back just a block or two, there is a sports pool. So you have all 3 types of pools in a fairly short distance there.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of advantages of this area. As we're going through Fenney, we'll see they have some unique features. Amenities, I guess, the term I'm looking for.
Yes.
They got a dog park. You got more adult pools, the archery range, and we'll point those out as we go. The putt and play. And some of that might be DeSoto, but we'll go past these things.
And the one thing that is along the whole way that we're going is a walking path.
Good point. Just because you see that where that dog
is walking its mama.
Yeah. That is for pedestrians and bikes. No golf carts on that. They've separated the walking path and the cart path on these few villages so that it's all walking over there. Even though it looks like a cart path, it's blocked. They got things there to keep carts from accidentally going out there and driving on it. That way you can walk freely without the golf carts bothering you.
Some people really like that.
Yeah. And again, this is the one thing to consider. You do have to go on the main road. We have our own golf cart lane, as you see, but we'll follow Fenney Way almost its whole distance before we get to the multimodal path system that can take you to other areas. But multimodals typically are there to get you from village to village, and then you drive around on the streets within the village. This time we're actually going to there's no multimodal paths that go to DeSoto, Fenney, or Hammock at Fenney. At least at this point, there's no multimodal paths that go there.
So this is your way to go.
This is the road to use that goes between all 3 of these villages. So we're currently still in Fenney. I haven't been pointing things out. To the left-hand side,
the Blue Heron.
Yeah, it's a postal station and another adult pool.
Yeah.
I didn't go by putt and play yet, did I?
You have not.
Okay.
I would have said something.
Talking, not paying attention. And for the putt and play, they're going to build another one that they've already kind of built it. It's not done, but hopefully opening in the near future over at the Ezel Rec Center and where Sawgrass Grove is. Because this has been very popular.
We've played it several times.
Yeah. Putt and play.
It's fun.
Coming up on our left.
Yeah. And the area behind the pavilion, wasn't that for lawn bowling?
Yes.
Which we haven't done yet, but I do want to do that someday.
Yeah. It's only golf cart accessible. So if you were to take a car down here, this is a little bit of a design hiccup. Village is usually pretty good on these things, but this might have been a miss. You can take your golf cart to that putt and play. If you take a car, just please don't park in the neighborhood. The neighborhoods have been getting inundated with cars parking.
I think they've helped to stop it themselves by using those
there's a lot of cones and things
in front of their driveways and all.
But we encourage people to use that. But park right here. See this rec center coming up? It's not that far of a walk. And park here.
It's called Sugar.
Yep, right here at the edge of DeSoto, and you can, and there's a convenient walking path that'll take you right there, and I know the neighborhood will appreciate that. Or when the new putt and play opens, there's plenty of parking at the one over by Ezel when that one opens. So go to that one.
Yeah, this one's called Sugarcane.
Yeah, Sugarcane.
And I mean, that's a nice little walk.
Yeah.
I mean, from here to the putt and play.
That's an adult pool.
Yeah.
Another unique feature right behind it, I don't have the name for you there, but at that location, there's an air gun range.
And we have done that.
Yep, you can take a little class here. They get you where you can borrow their equipment. They'll supply you the air gun. They'll supply you the ammunition. They supply the targets. You
just show up.
Yep.
Well, you sign up.
Yeah.
You sign up and show up, and everything's done for you.
Yeah. You have to take a little safety class with it that they do like once a month before they allow you to just come pick up their equipment. But it was
fun.
It was. And I was just surprised. Even the ammunition, everything, Village just supplies it to you. Shoot all you want. It's a little air gun. I mean, they pretty good pellets that come out of those air guns. Archery range and canine park together. We've showed you this a long time.
Dudley Canine Park.
Yep. And
they have those big size dogs and smaller dogs, the two sides.
It's very interesting to have the archery range right next to the dog park. And I haven't heard of any mishaps.
No, the mishaps have happened.
No, they're aimed in a different direction. It's not what hit the dogs, but I just thought it was comical to put them that close together.
It actually is.
And we're the DeSoto McClure line. I should know exactly where it is.
You should know exactly where it is.
There's not a gate that we go through as we get to McClure. But we're approaching this general area. I think these houses on the right are still considered DeSoto, and then it's probably McClure after that.
You think that the golf course has anything to do with the division?
Yeah, probably could be. Now, McClure is kind of known for having golf courses, and the two golf courses. We got the
Loblolly and Longleaf.
Yep, two executive courses. So houses are kind of spread out amongst the courses here.
And around the lakes of the golf courses.
Yeah. And when we get up here to the next right, and I'm trying to remember what the name of it, I just turned on it. I never really paid attention to the name of it.
Well, that's what, when somewhere where you live, I don't think you pay attention to the details as much because, I mean, you just know where you're going.
People get kind of lost here. A lot of times we'll
Corbin
find
Trail. We should know that.
So take a right on Corbin.
Neither one of us remembered.
Which is right here when you get to all these golf courses. And I find people lost here all the time. Like they're trying to find the multimodal path. They're just going back and forth on Fenney Way. You turn there and it's only up here a block.
We'll show you.
Yep.
And a lot of times we'll see people ask how to get to the Fenney Grill. So that's one of the directions that we've given quite a few times from coming from that way this way.
So how long did that take to get to about here? I'm trying to read it's bouncing so much. It's out 6-7 minutes?
6 minutes, 40 seconds as of right now.
Yeah. So it takes about 7 minutes from Hammock and Fenney to get to the multimodal path system. We're getting ready to turn onto it right here when you get to the gates.
Now. And this is the gate that actually says McClure on the outside.
This is the multimodal system that will take you, and you can go to Brownwood, the Water Lily Bridge,
Magnolia.
I'll just go down to the roundabout down here.
Which I love. I love our little roundabout here with the stone on the side.
Eventually, when the Southern Oaks Bridge opens, you'll go through that tunnel over there to the right, and that'll take you that direction. Or you continue on this one, which would have been straight ahead.
That way.
So this second exit there, we'll keep going. That'll take you to Brownwood.
And Magnolia and Everglades and all that good stuff.
True. Magnolia Plaza, that's probably where your groceries are going to be. Right now, that's your closest grocery store.
Which I need to go to after we get home.
All right. I appreciate your ride. We're now kind of turned around the cul-de-sac and we're getting ready to go home. Yeah. So if you stuck it out this long, wow.
Thank you.
You're pros riding with us. All right, thanks again. I won't go through all those goodbyes like we did in the other one. So this time, we'll see you next time. Thanks for riding with us.
Bye.